Hi! What I have in front of me is something I've ordered online while I was drunk. True story. It sounded like a good idea, but now I'm not quite sure whether it is or not, especially since I had to pay customs for this, and it was not cheap. So you know what, let's unbox it and let's take a look at what's inside. Okay, no. How to open this thing without actually destroying the box? No clue. Okay, or just destroy the box. Oh no. I'm onto something. Yeah. There we have it. It's, well, I wouldn't say unboxed, but the box is opened. Okay, this thing is actually very small. Okay, I'm guessing this is the stand. So you get this. These are the lands you get. Packing of this thing is funny. Okay, the switch, power supply, and the optical cable is in here as well. So this is the soldering iron. Let's remove the box. Is there anything else inside? Manual or something? There is actually no manual whatsoever. So you buy a soldering iron which uses laser and you don't get any manual. That's promising. Now I can tell you right away, this thing is actually heavy. Heavier than expected. And I'm not quite sure what's the wattage of this thing. But so on the front we have stop button, power up and power down, channel 1 and 2, I'm guessing for the memories. On the bottom there are just a couple of legs and the warranty stickers, serial number on the rear, and the power button is in here. So actually this is the normal one. Okay, I'm not quite sure about the power consumption of this thing, but the problem with this thing is that I don't know where to put this thing. Seriously, how far does this thing has to be from the chip? I have no clue. But we'll see. And pointing this thing in somebody's eye might not be a good idea. So you know what? Let's turn this thing on and let's see what do we get. So I need to get a motherboard inside in here so that I try to remove a chip, I guess. Now this thing actually I think has to be on a stand, but I'm not quite sure what, how, or when, or whatever. Well, anyway, be right back. So a motherboard. And just by the sheer power of the fan, I'm not quite sure whether I like this thing or not. Let's try. So this is the power at its peak. And we actually have from E1 to E10. This thing did not get hot. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Just watching inside, just watching this laser is horrific. It hurts your eyes just when it's not doing anything. So buying this thing was a bad idea. Fine. So basically you get well, this pen, I suppose, and you can unscrew this thing, which is the lens, and you can actually replace it with well, this one, which is smaller, and I'm not quite sure whether it is stronger or not, but I do need to have some kind of stand so that I can test this thing properly. So I'll be using this stand, which is, I would say, anything but professional, but hey, for the testing purpose I think this thing will suffice. So again, I will be, as I said, this thing is only so that I can test it, but I can already tell you just by having the soldering iron that's blowing hot air, and this thing would be way less, I would say even dangerous, because this thing, I don't know. Okay, there you have it. So let's point at something. Okay, turn this thing on. Okay, and again, I need to watch inside the camera because it hurts your eyes when you look at it, and now it's not even doing anything. So let's try with the power 10, and it looks like there is nothing going on. You know what? Let's try applying some flux so that I can see when this thing gets hot. So let me turn this thing off. Okay. So. Okay, let me zoom in a bit so that you can see this thing a bit better. I do wonder what the power consumption of this thing is actually. Can I move this thing a bit to the left? No. Let's see. So some flux applied. Okay. So something is going on. Okay. So this is the power at its maximum. And okay, this thing is heating it up, but just by blowing hot air into this thing, I think that it would be the same. And I still cannot remove the chip, although the flux is burning. So I mean, by blowing hot air into this thing would already be out. Well, this thing was a waste of money. I mean, if you want to start fires, I guess it would be okay, but I don't know. Power is at maximum. Everything is at maximum, so I don't know. What the fuck if I... You have P and E, and I don't know. You know what? Let's see. What's the temperature? 66, 70, 74, 80, 83, 90, 100. 98, 95, 96, 103, 105. Either I'm doing something wrong or this thing takes forever, and whatever it is, having a hot air gun would remove this chip instantly. So I don't know, fuck it. I'll try to remove the this extension and see what about this one. Maybe this one will make a smaller dot, which will then heat up the chip a bit faster. But overall, I don't know. Perhaps, except for starting fires, this thing is not that great. Yeah, well, maybe I'm doing something wrong. I have no idea. Okay, let's see. Okay, now the dot is a bit smaller, so I'm guessing that this thing is for bigger chips. But if this thing is for bigger chips, then this is not very great, I would say. Okay, let's see what will happen now. Okay, so the chip is definitely being heated up. But I don't know. What the hell? Did I just burn the fucking chip? Yeah, I burned the chip, but I did not desolder it. Fuck this shit. Fuck it. So yeah, well, you be the judge. Yeah, I kind of burned the chip. This thing was too focused, I guess. But this one was not, so boy, this stinks. Anyway, hot air gun would probably remove this chip way faster. So if you wish to spend money, in my opinion, do not buy this thing because it's bloody useless. Perhaps I've screwed something up with the distance regarding this thing, and again the power of emissions, but I don't see any reason why anybody would want to buy this thing. I bought it because I was drunk, and as it turned out, perhaps it was not the greatest investment there is. So you know what, let's try to remove this thing. This thing should be, I guess, easy to remove. This is just the okay, let's try to lower the emission. Let's say to 5, so half. And again, just looking in, yeah, I mean, you cannot look into this thing. This is, I don't know. And yeah, so I mean, it is a bloody laser, so I've melted this thing. So you know, perhaps not the greatest investment. And again, I might be doing something wrong, and please leave it in the comments down below. But you know what? Let's try to burn something. Let's try to start fire with this thing. Okay. Since I do not want a Darwin Award, and obviously looking inside this thing is not the greatest thing ever. Let's see how much time will it take for it to start fire. Play. Okay, let's put the power to the maximum. Seriously, it does not want to burn paper. Did it get hot? It did not. Okay. Well, it did not start the fire. That's a bit depressing. And just let's try to put some Amtech onto this thing just to see whether will it get hot like this. Perhaps it does not want to burn paper whatsoever. But again, I need to put some kind of glasses because this thing is just way too intense. So, I mean, even when this thing is not on, and by on I mean on as in burning, watching this thing is horrific. So as you can see, nothing is going on. I am missing something. The power is at maximum, and let's try to change the lens. Well, anyway, in my opinion, this is a waste of money. A good blower will probably be better. So this is on. So it's not burning flux nor paper. What a fucking waste of money. You know what? I do want to know. I do want to find out how much of the current this thing actually draws. So let's see. I'll be putting this thing inside, and I do need my meter. So 5 watts when it's not doing anything or being lit up. Let's see. 52 watts. This is actually not that much. I expected this thing to draw more, and this is at the maximum emissions, so let's try to lower the emission, let's say to 5. So 26 watts, 25 watts. This is actually not drawing that much, but then again it's not doing anything. So don't get me wrong, I think you actually can remove the chip with this thing. I just don't know how useful this thing actually is. Okay, so since I do find this thing to be useless, and fuck warranties because I already paid for this shit, and let's be real, since Third World War is at hand, I probably won't be sending this thing to any warranty. So let's open it and let's take a look at what's inside. But I will be disconnecting everything because, well, yeah. Seriously, this is the protective sticker. Wow. Let's see what about this one. Okay, this one is a bit better, I guess. Fact. Wait. No sticker, no warranty void, right? I think I'll probably be able to burn black balloons or something like that. Okay. First of all, let's take a look at what's in here. Okay, what do we have in here? And basically this is the diode itself, and this is the cooling for something that's underneath, and this is the power input. Seriously, there are two diodes. No, this is the main diode. I'm not quite sure for what this thing actually is. So I think that this diode is the one that's actually used for pointing, and this one is used for burning, because that would make sense, because then this thing is cleaning this thing. But basically there is nothing much inside, I think. Okay, you know what? Let's see what else do we have. Okay, power supply. This is the switch. And basically that is it. A big heatsink, and this is the power supply that gives out 5 volts 18 amps. Wow. This is a powerhouse. But basically that's it, yeah. So the fan, the 5 volt diode, I'm guessing it is 5 volts, but whatever. So yeah, and this thing is like $500. If you assemble this thing yourself, it would be like probably 200. But yeah, whatever. Now this thing looks like a properly done job. It has everything, ground and whatnot. And the power consumption of this thing is actually decent. And you even have this little foam, I'm not quite sure foam, but like a filter. I mean, don't get me wrong, the design of this thing is, well, functional, but I don't know. I bought this thing because I thought it's gonna be something revolutionary. I wasted shitload of money for nothing. Well, at least I opened it and take a look at what's inside, just to find out that there is nothing inside, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah. Also, take a look at this thing, the pedal. The cables for the pedal are actually thin like this, and at the output you have something that's actually thick like this. So yeah, fine. Well, anyway, yeah, not the greatest device, but I wouldn't say greatest, I would say not the most useful device. That would probably be the my description of it. But you be the judge, right? Oof. So there you see, there you have it. It's burning the black stuff, and it's burning it actually quite fast. Oh, and it stinks like hell. Okay, but white stuff or white paper, yep, not that much. In fact, not at all. Okay, let's see. Okay, can I light a match with this thing. I actually have those survival matches. Let's see whether I can light it. And again, looking at this thing is like a bad idea. Well, basically you cannot burn anything useful with it. Or, well, I would say have fun. I guess you can pop black balloons. You can actually unsolder something. I did end up unsoldering chip, but it turned out to be way bigger hassle than it should be, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do with this thing, since yeah, I already opened it and lost warranty. Whatever. I don't know, you be the judge whether this thing is worth the money or not. In my opinion, most definitely not. So, if you did like this video, please click thumbs up. If you did not, you know what to do, and yeah, that's it. And by the way, my dog, this pedal was like on the floor for like 5 seconds, and I already have her hair. Yeah. And by the way, 10 amps, yeah. Until the next time. If I find something useful to do with this thing, I will make sure to let you know. Righty. What if I remove this thing? What will happen if I don't have any lens? Let's take a look at it now. Basically it's... By the way, it looks like so mesmerizing. Let me zoom in a bit. It looks like it's alive. Can I burn this thing? Let's see. Okay. Warranty void. Fuck it, warranty alive. Burn, motherfucker. Okay.